gonna have to work like that. I'm gonna have to take these off actually. Okay, this isn't gonna work. What's the miss? Like, is it short usually? Is it long?
So
is it just overall like inconsistent?
It's inconsistent.
Okay, what are we trying to do right now to judge distance? Like, are you working off a clock system?
A feel?
Feel?
A feel? Maybe going to a clock system?
That's how I work off of
Clock?
feel.
A feel?
No,
Okay.
I don't understand the clock system.
Yeah, I try, but I don't know. I get to a certain point that's high, and then I get really uncomfortable.
Okay.
And then I rather change the club, but
I don't like bringing it back and okay, is this where I'm supposed to be? Like clock system? Yeah.
So I'm trying to do a feel. The problem
So
is
we're just going to the net.
yeah,
Okay.
I think I have a technique down.
Okay.
But it's not holding up on the
Out
course.
there.
It's like I tend to skull it because I rush it.
Okay. Might be just some chinks in the armor. Let's see what we got.
Okay.
Go ahead, hit some shots. Because a lot of our chipping stuff is going to translate into this pitching and those kind of shots.
All right, so I'm just aiming there.
Okay.
A lot of the fats.
Yeah, a little heavy. You said skullet is
I'll skull it or I'll hit fat.
Okay.
So like low point contact is off.
Little low point control.
And I'm trying to stay on my front, but I do notice I'll swerve to my back.
Okay. Short there.
So I'm also trying to stay on my front.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to also on the way down stand and turn.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Still trying to get to your finish?
Yeah, I'm still trying to as this comes out, I'm trying to just stand and then or pace and face or whatever. Stand and turn. Maybe it's paths. I don't know.
Okay, so your setup it's pretty close, man. I mean, so let's set up to this ball real quick. How you were initially. Set up to it. Okay, one way to kind of cheat that you're trying to get the finish is match this foot to that foot in terms of, that's going to help you get through a little bit easier. Little cheat code there.
Okay.
You could thank Phil Mickelson for that one.
Yeah, I think I've seen that video. Yep.
Let's go ahead. This isn't going to fix everything, but setup wise, let's hit one like that.
Okay.
Little shanky poo?
Yeah, I get a lot of shanks. That's what I forgot to tell you.
There we go. That was nice. So understand really quick that shanks, just if you're ever shanking them, I want you to have the answer, like not like, well, why the fuck am I shanking it? Okay, so stand right here for a second. So if I'm ever shanking any shots, I forgot you're left-handed, by the way. If I'm ever shanking any shots, it's because, like I just watched that video, you pull it up in a great spot, then as you come down, so if we think about swing plane, right?
Yeah.
Swing plane. If we take it up on a really good plane, and then we come down, but the hands push out.
Okay.
So hands push out, then I start swinging the hosel. So as soon as my hand, and it's not like an over the top move, it's more of the swing plane, my shaft is just kicking on the outside a little bit. So like if I do this, I was trying to shank that, but
Okay.
if
But you're
my
exposing the hosel pretty
exactly, if my swing plane gets on the outside, okay, can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if look at, you bring it right up on plane, it's perfect. Then you come down, see how you're on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
See, as we come down, we just continue that and hosel all day. So if you're ever shanking it, just know that you're on top of plane, so my hands are getting a little too noisy.
Okay.
So you bring it back on a great plane, we just have to return it. So wherever you're at here, just feel the hands come straight down that line.
Okay.
So you brought it up on this line, really try and just return it on this line. So you're gonna think lower.
Okay.
Instead of, it's not an over the top move.
Is it equivalent to dropping maybe your rear shoulder just straight down? Sometimes I think drop the shoulder straight down.
Drop the shoulder straight down, yeah, for sure. Little chip shots like these are a little bit handsier. So like think hands. Think my hands are gonna drop straight down because you don't have, over the top move is this shoulder throwing out.
Yeah. Okay.
You kind of just have your hands work out and above the plane. So if this is my swing plane, you come here and then you go here. See how it's not over the top?
Yeah.
My hands just worked out and away from it. So let's keep going.
Okay.
If those shank shots are happening though, just that's exactly what it is.
Okay.
No questions about it.
Hands. All right.
Okay, little hosel, right? So hands are working up above my swing plane. So get to the top again. So go ahead and set up a ball real quick, get set up to it. Now I want you to take it to the top and stop. Like the top of where you're chipping at right now, or pitching at. Okay, so instead of the hands working this way, I want them to work this way.
Okay.
Feel the difference there?
Yep.
Okay, reset. Go back to the top. We're gonna do one more feel. Back to the top. Now you work them how I want you to. Exactly. Exactly. That's your first move. First move is those hands kind of just let gravity take them. They just fall down.
It's well, instead of full swing where it's your weight, it's kind of your hands drop.
Yeah.
And then you turn.
Then you can turn. Yeah, then you can turn.
Okay.
So hands will drop, weight will shift left, and then while weight's shifting, we rotate.
Okay.
Right? That'll get the club in a better spot, not super behind us. We're looking for somewhere in the middle, right?
Okay.
So let's go ahead and hit a couple shots. I want you to do one rehearsal where you have that feel of taking it to that point in space.
Okay.
And then letting the hands and gravity just take them down. So one rehearsal all the way to the top, then like drop them, reset yourself. Exactly, yeah, good. And then give me a swing just like that. It's all right.
Wait, gotta stay forward.
we go. A little bit harder. Give it some more trust.
Okay.
So when I say harder, I don't mean that, right? I mean, there's our target, hit to our target.
Okay.
So don't jerk it down because you're going to start working this up across again.
Yeah.
So I want you to think just a little bit quicker of a move to try and get me there.
Versus,
yeah, a little faster to get me to the net.
It's not longer, it's faster.
Not longer. I like where you're at. Like your halfway point. Like I said, I don't teach a clock system. I'm a feel player as well. Best way to develop feel, once we have good setup and good fundamentals there, best way to develop feel is what?
Reps.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. I can't teach you how to hit it 60 yards.
Yeah.
Right? That's a feel thing, especially you just told me you're a feel player.
Yeah.
For me, when my 50-yarder, because I like to be locked in at 50 yards. Because if I'm locked in at 50, I can go, okay, I need 60, so I need to add a little bit.
Okay.
Or I go, okay, I need 40, so I got to take a little bit off. So knowing one number like throughout is going to help you. So I don't know what number that would be for you.
Yeah, that's all. Okay. Because then I'll notice when it's longer than 50 or 60, I'll cheat it and I'll just probably go to a lob wedge and I'll just probably do a regular.
What do you have right now?
Huh?
What is that?
This is 54.
54.
Yeah,
you like 54. That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, but when I'll go a lob wedge and I'll try to do like a mini full swing.
Yeah.
And I'll know it just pop up, but at least I'm more confident doing that than trying to like feel this.
Yeah, like a 3/4. So so for 50 yards, man, I'm gonna use 60 all day.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because 54, I'm gonna hit it too far. I know I am. I'm very much dialed in with my 60 degree.
Okay.
Let's hit a couple more with 54.
Yeah.
Because 54, it's 50 yards. I mean, how far do you hit your 54 stop?
70.
70?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're having to take almost 40 yards off of it.
Yeah.
So let's keep hitting with that.
Okay.
And then we'll try some with the 58 because you can give it a little bit bigger swing. Kind of trust it a little bit more.
Okay.
Now, if I wanted to hit one really low, I might start thinking 54. If there's a big headwind, I might start thinking 54. Yeah. But 58, 60 is usually where I like to live. Anything from 90 yards to 0, I'm thinking 60.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I don't even think about my 50. I think I use it just for like, I don't know.
Just for chipping around the greens?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Trust it.
Yep, let those hands drop. There we go. That's gonna one hop and roll out onto the green, right? Okay, a little heavy.
Yeah, I'll lose track of my weight shift sometimes.
Weight shift?
Notice, and I'll go on the back foot rather than just stay on the front.
Yeah. Oh, you start to
Yeah, like on the backswing when I'm like trying to focus on one thing, I'll just stay back there. Yeah, and then so at least I'm conscious of that. It's just
for sure. Low point issue with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's a big deal, but
Here, hold on one second. So alignment too. If we're lined up here, we have to push our hands and arms out.
Mm-hmm.
If we're lined up here, we just have to swing down it. So go ahead and set up to it.
Let me see where that's at relative to
It's probably left of the net, just left of the net.
So don't like line up.
Right. So set up to it real quick so I can verify what I just did.
Should I just like set up straight to on it or left of the net?
Set up straight to the stick.
Oh, to the stick.
Yeah.
Got it.
straight to the stick. Yeah, there we go. Because now our feet, right? Because our feet are pointed right at the target.
Right.
And we want our ball kind of pointed left of the target so we can kind of match them up.
Do I de-loft a little bit or?
Yeah, you already are.
Okay.
Yeah, you already are. So you're getting those low shots.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Behind it. A little bit behind it, so we are dumping it out.
Okay.
Right? So you have the forward press, you get here, then you let it out. Right?
So don't dump it out.
Don't dump it. No, we want to hold it, right? Because we're trying to control a low point. The only way I can control a low point is if I control a low point.
Yeah. I guess I get it confused because I think you have to return it to like here.
Yeah.
But I guess
when in reality you're thinking about returning it to here. That's clean contact, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Especially for a pitch shot. Chip shot we can get right underneath it, right? Because we want to pop it up. But like one of these, we want clean contact. We don't even want to think about hitting it over here.
Right.
Especially the 50-yarders, we're gonna hit these flub shots and we're just gonna get pissed.
Yeah.
So when you
yeah, I'm always pissed.
So when you set the hands, it's just like chipping over there when we're doing bump and runs and that kind of stuff. We're trying to hold them. Like we're not actively, we're not actively doing this, right? That's not, I don't want that. But once they're set, we have to try and return them. That's how we're going to get the low point where we need it to be.
Okay.
So set up with this one. I still want you to feel, I know there's a lot going on right now, but I still want you to feel the hands fall slightly, right? Don't push them out.
Okay.
I want them to feel like they fall slightly and then hold that hinge that you have at address.
Okay.
Okay, so let's hit one.
Okay.
We're looking for that crisp contact, right? The only way we can get that is if the hands stay a little bit forward. Yeah, so hands push forward, a little bit more. Good. It's all right. So let's do this real quick. Take this. Take this. Now I want you to hit everything. I want you to do like 3 practice swings, and all of them I want to hit here first. Okay. So give me about 3 of them where you set the hands and you leave them there. Good. Take it back and just maintain that angle. A little heavy, right?
Yeah, a little heavy.
A little heavy. Here. Okay, let's keep going. Same thing. No ball. Just get a really good feel for where it's supposed to enter at. There we go.
That's better.
Give me another one. Little thin.
Yeah.
Little thin. Give me another one. Little thin. Little thin, right? Yeah. So audio-wise, right, we're hearing that. We're barely hitting the ground. So we want to hear the little thud, We want to hear.
Got it.
That's the audio we're looking for.
Okay. Track it. Got it.
So give me one where you hit that note, and then we'll throw a ball down. There. That's good contact. Nope. Little thin, right?
Yep.
There we go. We talked about this on the chipping green, right? Did I go through audio with you?
I don't recall specifically about audio.
Okay.
I know, actually a little bit.
Usually I do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did.
So audio, same thing here, right? This is a pitch shot. It's not a full shot. So we're still looking for that clean, like we're still looking for that audio. So like when you're in your backyard or you have a hitting mat.
Yeah.
So in the backyard, right, we're looking for this. If I can do that every time, I'm going to hit it pretty solid.
Okay.
So we have to start to develop that audio because it's distracted by the ball. When we hit the shot right now, we're not going to hear the grass. We're not going to hear it. We're going to hear the ball click off the club.
Okay. I think last time I was paying more attention to the audio of the ball. Hitting the ball versus the grass.
Yeah, we're looking for the grass entry here. So we want to know that's right, because that's how we're controlling the low point is by that audio. The audio is like a checkpoint for us. It's like, okay, we know that we did what we were supposed to do there. The ball may or may not have done what we wanted to.
Yep. But
let's hit one trying to replicate that feel with that audio, okay?
Okay.
Because your setup looks good, man. And I don't work off of a clock system, so like for you, it's going to be reps, man. You need more reps.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can get those there, chipping, and 50 yards.
Yeah, I was like, I get the reps. I just don't know if I'm doing them right. So.
Okay, so audio is what we're looking for.
Okay.
If you're shanking them, your hands are working away from the plane.
Okay.
So they need to drop a little bit. Okay, let's go.
Got it.
There.
Ooh, that felt pretty solid.
Right? It's the audio that we're looking for. It's distracted by the ball. Let's keep going. Give me one audio rehearsal. Little thin. There it is. Right, you can hear that, right? You hear the bounce interacting with the turf. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
On the ball. We're looking for that same audio, same feel. There it is. Right, nice clean contact, right?
Yep.
That's gonna hit the front of the green, it's gonna roll. That was great. Let's do it again. Same thing. I want you to do a rehearsal until you hear that sound that we heard.
Okay.
And then once you've heard it, hit the ball.
Got it.
There we go. A little thin. There we go.
Yeah,
that's better. Let's hit one. There we go. Right?
Yeah.
A little bit quicker so we can get a little bit more out of it. But contact-wise, that's exactly what we're looking for.
Like, I don't know how far my arms are going back.
You're stopping probably here every time.
Okay.
So if you want to start to try and dial in a clock, you can. It doesn't make sense for me.
To me, that's where I'm comfortable going to.
And you can still stop there and get 50 yards out of it. You just have to give it a little bit more speed, right? We just need to get the hips moving a little faster.
Okay.
Because that's how we add distance. We don't add distance by hand speed. We add it by body rotation.
Okay.
So do an audio check. Yep.
I'm sorry for this setup. We're not, chipping you. We're like all the way kind of like this.
Yeah, that's only for bump and runs.
Okay, so this is.
Yeah, we're hitting. We're
in the middle of the stance.
So right where you have them is great. So your hands are probably there on your thigh.
Yep.
So they're still forward, which I like.
Okay.
But yeah, too far forward with the 54 degree, and you're going to be hitting them like 5 feet off the ground.
Okay, got it.
We're not looking for that.
Nope.
A little thin, right? Maybe a little thin too.
Yeah.
Maybe a little thin.
That was still thin?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're looking for that bounce to interact, right? That little thud.
Okay.
There we go. That's what we're looking for.
Good.
I want you, when you're doing those rehearsals, I want you to start calling them out.
Okay.
So I want you to go thin check, thin, thin.
Okay.
Okay.
That was thin. Ah, thin.
There we go. That's what we're looking for.
Good.
A little heavy. A little heavy.
Ah.
That ain't the truth.
That was it. Ooh, that was crispy.
Nice. So the sound of the turf interaction develops feel, man.
Okay.
As soon as we can know that, as soon as you start to develop it, like I can hear all of them, right? I know when you're listening for it, the wispy ones. So like the ones where you barely, those ones,
Yeah.
that's thin all day.
Okay.
Right? Obviously, that's probably going to be a chunk.
Right.
And then that's going to be right where we need it to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can get that same feedback on a mat, or do you have to come out in the grass?
I've never listened on the mat.
Okay.
You might be able to,
but
you would still know if it's thin because you're barely interacting with the ground.
Yeah.
And then you'd know when it's fat because you're interacting too much.
Okay.
I can't believe they still haven't found a head pro here yet, man.
I saw the opening on like Facebook or somewhere. Yeah. I saw an opening.
It's like 30 to 45 bucks an hour or something. It's salaried.
Uh-huh.
I was thinking about it, but it's 0% commission for this, for teaching.
Ah.
This is the only thing I really care about doing.
So, you don't want to do all the admin stuff?
God, no. That's why I left Hagen Oaks, man.
Ah.
I don't want nothing to do with that shit. And then scheduling and that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
No way, dude.
That sounded good.
That sounded all right. Give me one, when you do that, give me one fluid motion. Don't stop here.
Okay.
Make it one move.
Sorry, another question. So tempo, for this, I'm just thinking like a pendulum, like tick, tock.
Yeah.
Not like, 1, 2, not the full swing tempo of 3 to 1.
Yeah.
This is more like 1 to 1.
Yeah, 1 to 1. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. 1 to 1. Tick tock. Nope.
Well, thin.
I don't know why it's so hard.
There we go.
But I paused.
All right, let's hit one. Hit one, try and recreate that audio. And then trust the length of the swing, too.
Okay. That.
A little heavy. So remember, we got to hold those angles,
Yeah.
right? Don't dump them out. If we dump them out, we're going to start chunking it.
TikTok.
I know there's a fine line there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So fat. Then on the course, I'm just gonna try to avoid these distances all day, which I'm trying to. I'm like, I'd rather be at 100. Like, I'd rather just hit a pitching wedge in.
I'd rather be further away, man.
Yeah, that's how bad it is. So just stay out of that window. That sounded better. Yeah.
Let's do it. Go ahead.
Gosh, that's 3 fats in a row.
Tree in a row. Let's see what's going on.
Nope. Man. There you go.
Yep, got to hold that angle a little bit longer. So set the hands a little bit more forward. Good. Hold that angle and make a swing. Okay, a little shank, so hands worked outside.
I guess this is what's going to take then, huh? Just to get it right.
Yeah, you need some reps, man,
Yeah.
for sure. How often do you practice this?
Not enough. So I'm always.
How often a week do you think you practice? You do this right here, hit like 60 balls to 50 yards. Never?
Not that often.
Okay.
Maybe like twice a week and maybe like 15, 20 balls and then, okay.
Up it. Okay. We need, like, even if you do 1 day designated practice for 50-yard pitches, like you just work 50 yards to 100, like wedge practice. Do a wedge practice.
Yeah.
Get more feel, right? Because you're a feel guy. We're not clock system, we're feel.
Okay.
So we need more reps to feel it. Okay. You gotta know 50 yards in and out, no matter what the hell's going on.
Okay.
Okay, let's keep going.
And then.
I don't want to leave you. I want to make sure you end on a strong one.
Okay.
Yep. So once those hands are forward, man, leave them there. Yes, exactly. Make sure those hands stay in front. There we
That
go.
was better.
Okay, clean contact, a little low, so you probably hit it a little low on the face.
Yeah.
But we just chunked 3 in a row, so
That was.
we'll take a thin one.
Yep.
Okay, so what I saw in video was that it's not dramatic, right? It's not something that's huge, but you bring it back like this, and then immediately you start to work that club like this. Now your hands are still forward, but the club is dumping. See how my hands can still be
that
forward?
angle, like.
Yeah.
Okay.
See how my hands can still be forward though?
Mm-hmm.
Because people are like, oh, you just got to get the hands forward, and then you got to get them forward. You got to leave them there.
And hold
right?
the angle.
So yeah, you got to hold the angle. So you bring it here, good, and then I can leave my hands forward and still let that out. Still dump the club.
Ah.
Right. That's gonna get me behind it.
Okay.
So it's probably this hand that's pushing down this way. So try and check that hand, but once you set, just like when we're over there chipping, hands forward, they got to stay there. I don't want you to be like this. I don't want you to hit shots like that,
Yeah.
right? Because that's what's going to happen.
Right.
But when you set the hands forward, they have to stay there.
Okay.
Okay, so we can't let it out.
Okay.
If you're chunking them, you're letting it out.
Okay.
Okay.
No, we had the same problem with chipping too. I would reset without even knowing.
You'd let them out.
Because I watched the lesson a few times. So
I tell you to set the hands, and then you're
like, oh, go back. It's like, okay.
Yeah, you never do it while you're doing that practice chip. You never let them out because you don't chunk them when you're doing the practice ones.
Yeah.
So as soon as you go to hit the ball, for whatever reason you think that I have to add loft here, we don't need to add loft. We just got to hold that angle a little longer.
Okay.
Give me one more. Hold that angle for just like a half a second longer.
Okay.
There we go. Good. Okay, clean, crisp contact.
I was focusing more on this right here.
I think it might have been that one that's dumping it. Good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Work on it. Got to get some more reps in.
Okay.
That's what we need. Biggest takeaway. Your setup is solid because it's the same as chipping.
Yeah.
A little bit wider, obviously, because we're going for 50 yards. But like setup was good. Audio, listen for audio. So before every shot, if you're not hitting it well, listen for that audio. Take a couple swings, try and get a good feel for it, and then most importantly, don't lose that angle. Don't let this hand hurt this swing.
Is there a quick adjustment for in the rough, or is that we got to work on that later? So
50 yards in the rough.
like if you're in a rough 30, 40 yards, and I was like, do I got to hit it harder? Do I?
30, 40 yards, same thing.
Yeah.
Right? Same.
No, let's turn this around. Yeah, rough. Yep. Okay.
So set up to it. Same exact thing. So as soon as you set the weight forward and the hands forward, we have to maintain it.
Okay.
Yeah. Special side swing. You can go over. I'd rather you go over the net than under it.
Okay.
Same thing. Hands have to stay forward.
Left. Yeah. Well, I didn't check alignment. I just yeah.
Hands have to stay forward. That's like your biggest thing. Keep those hands forward now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, dude.
Thank you, man.